If you've never been to the US Embassy, let me tell you this for free. There's a way the US Embassy is. There's a temperature they put. And it is usually a chilly temperature. The minute you pass through security and you go in the waiting area, there is an environment there, and people who've been there will tell you. It is like waiting in a hospital bed for the doctor to see you. The doctor might it is like waiting in a hospital bed without knowing whether the doctor is going to go and diagnose you as healthy or tell you, my friend, no, you can't make it. You can't make it to come to the United States of America. So there's an environment there, but also, and I'll come back to the questions. I think I like to answer questions wholeheartedly. I try and I like think think think. What do you call 360? You are thinking 360. And when you're on 360, and I know, like, for me personally, I grew up in Kenya. Man, life in Kenya has taught me. Let me tell you, my people, if you've grown up in Kenya, you have everything you need to get that visa. Everything. Because for you to survive life in Africa, man, you need to be, you need to be chap chap. That's the same way you need to be chap chap at the embassy. It's like this. The answers need to be here. Boo boo boo. And confidence. So there's a temperature. There's a temperature at the US Embassy inside when you get in. This is for the people who haven't been there. There's a temperature. And I think they put that temperature for a reason. And then there's also what is happening. So if you are like my fellow Kenyans, they love tea. My fellow Kenyans, they love tea. What is tea? Is my fellow Kenyans love to see what is happening in other people's lives and know what is happening in other people's lives. And so, which is the other thing I can tell you, man, we went there to get the visa. You did not go there for tea. Because some people forget. You went there with a mission. Now, because as a typical Kenyan, you like tea. Now you start consuming tea at the US Embassy. What is consuming tea? Consuming tea at the US Embassy is starting to look at how other people, that one has been given pink slip. Another one has been denied. Look at that one crying over there. That one is the only one that's been given. Oh my gosh. The last, and you're like, so you're consuming tea. My friend, what is happening is you're letting the enemy come in and distract you from why you are there. You will consume tea after you leave the embassy. You went there for a reason. There's a reason you paid $185 to go to the embassy. Now, you've become the tea master. Oh, you're the one even telling people, did you see that one has been denied? That one has been denied. That one has been denied. Nobody has been given before me. So by the time you go to the counter, my friend, what do you think is going to be your temperature? Your temperature is going to be they've denied the first. They've denied the last 10 people in front of me. They'll also deny me. Why? Because of tea. Fellow Kenyans. This is for my fellow Kenyans. Please, 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 please concentrate. You went there to get the visa, not to consume tea. You consume tea, you start to forget what your questions, you start to forget your purpose. And so by the time they call you, you're panicking. Because now you are afraid because so many people have been denied. So you're like, there's not even, there's no need to try. That is the state of your mind. And you know why? Because you've let the enemy come in and confuse you. I promise you, so many people are that way. So many people who go to the embassy, they end up getting so focused on other people's affairs, they are not minding their own business. Mind your business, man. Mind your business. In fact, ignore what is happening. Because if you don't, just the time you're waiting, man, you'll be going through your DS-160 if you have it printed, if you have it with you. Be looking at your documents. Be looking at your documents. Oh, Doramo, you're going, watching from Kenya as I wait to travel New York. Here I come. But my friend, that's the so there's that tea, consuming tea, but also there is the other aspect of, and a lot of people fall into this. Not every day you talk one-on-one with an American. In fact, some of the people, it's the first time they've ever talked to a Mzungu one-on-one. So now you can imagine the environment. You're consuming tea, you're panicked, alafu boom, you're looking at somebody with blue eyes or green eyes for the first time in your life. Yeah? You're looking at somebody with green eyes for the first time in your life. And you realize, oh my God, this is happening. It's real. It's real. It's happening. Man, I think some of these things we ignore, but they are very important. Because if it is the first time you're actually talking to a Mzungu, because some people have never had that opportunity. Not everybody has interacted with a Mzungu face to face. And so if that's the first time you have, man, there's some of it, because then their accent, there might be different accents since they have lived in Kenya now for a while. But their accents they'll throw you off. But then their appearance will throw you off. Because man, if you've never seen somebody with blue eyes and you're looking into blue eyes, you will get swallowed in the ocean blue. So I'm married to a Mzungu, and I know, my wife's eyes are blue. And it's different looking at somebody with blue eyes. For the first time, you're looking at somebody with blue eyes or hazy, they call them hazel eyes. Hazel eyes are green eyes. It's like, the closest probably you've looked at is a cat with green eyes. It's like, oh my God, this person has green eyes and they're talking to me in this deep English. And you know the way English came by ship. Oh, my friend, if you are nervous about if you are nervous about your interview, you forget everything. Forget everything. Alafu kwanza, the worst thing is now you've decided to go. You've decided to go to the embassy with what do you call it? Choking your neck with a tie. I say sometimes you can choke yourself and choke the vowels out so that now the English disappears. You're speaking English without a, e, or u. And my friend, you're done. So we stopped at, I think I wanted to highlight that because that's very important. It's very important for people. If you've never been to the embassy, be prepared, man. Yeah, you'll most likely see a Mzungu. And a Mzungu will interview you. And it's very different if you've never been interviewed by a Mzungu. So be prepared. Be prepared, man, with your English. Be prepared with your English, man. It doesn't matter, by the way. Your accent is fine. Don't worry about your accent. It is not about your accent. As long as you can communicate, that's all that matters. It's all that matters. Yeah. So don't worry too much about the accent. Yeah. At yo, sijui, I have a very thick accent. Don't worry about those things. Just worry about communicating well. Worry about communicating well, because that's the most important thing.